Let's talk about MMA TikTok's favorite fighter, Paddy Pimblett. Paddy Pimblett, hot take, he's not good. He's not very good. His grappling is great. His grappling is amazing. His striking IQ, it's not bad. I think Paddy's better offensively striking than he is defensively striking because whenever he gets into exchanges, he will just back straight out of them in a straight line, and eventually he'll run into the fence. And that's what we saw against Justin Gaethje. I mean, he got clobbered for 5 whole rounds, backing straight up into the fence and letting Gaethje tee off on him. Here is the method for picking Paddy Pimblett fights. All right, there's two routes. Route number one: will Paddy's opponent shoot a takedown on him? If yes, Paddy will win the fight. Route number two: Paddy Pimblett's opponent does not shoot a takedown on him. Is he good at striking? Yes. Then Paddy will lose. We saw this with Justin Gaethje. All Gaethje had to do to win that fight was not shoot a takedown. And then Paddy was just stuck on the feet with him for fucking 25 minutes getting his ass whooped. And I know he took a round off Gaethje, but still, I mean, like, you look at Paddy's face at the end of that fight. Here is a quote from my mom about Justin Gaethje versus Paddy Pimblett. She said, quote unquote, "It looked like Paddy Pimblett got into a domestic violence situation." Justin Gaethje, John Jones, Paddy Pimblett, and the only thing he had to do to achieve that outcome was not shoot a takedown. And then Paddy was just stuck on the feet with him. I think if Benoit Saint Denis didn't shoot a takedown on Paddy Pimblett, there was a pretty high chance that he would have just beat the shit out of Paddy on the feet. But I picked Paddy to beat Benoit Saint Denis because Benoit Saint Denis loves him a takedown, and he loves him a shitty takedown too. And that's why we saw what we saw with BSD versus Paddy. Paddy got gifted a victory in that fight. Gift wrap. Here's a present, Paddy. We want you back in the win column. We're gonna have Benoit Saint Denis shoot an outside fucking single and get submitted in less than a minute. Fucking stupid, bro. And then Paddy fans sitting around acting like he's the best thing since sliced bread after getting a free fucking submission. I like Paddy as much as the next guy. Actually, no, I don't, because the next guy is like TikTok hype fanboy fucking Fonk edit. I like Paddy Pimblett. I don't like him nearly as much as other people like him, and there's a whole variety of reasons as to why people like Paddy Pimblett. I think he's fun. I think he's a great addition to lightweight, but I think there's some shit that he really needs to work on because if he gets put in there with somebody like Quillen Salkeld, or gets put in there with someone like Mauricio Rufy, or gets put in there with someone like Max Holloway or Charles Oliveira, I think he's going to get the shit kicked out of him because he doesn't have a way to enforce his grappling. He doesn't have a way to get the fight to the ground. He has consistently relied on people to shoot takedowns on him. Michael Chandler, King Green, these people were shooting takedowns on Paddy Pimblett, and that's why they either got TKO'd on the ground or they got fucking submitted. King Green shot a takedown on Paddy Pimblett and got triangle armbarred in like less than 30 seconds. Michael Chandler kept shooting takedowns on Paddy Pimblett, and then he got reversed and TKO'd on the ground. If you are shooting on Paddy Pimblett, you're making a mistake. Paddy Pimblett is so obviously weak on the feet, and I'm not saying I could fucking put hands on Paddy Pimblett. I'm just saying from the perspective of all of the other ranked fighters at lightweight, you could be finding easy paths to victory fighting Paddy Pimblett by just not shooting takedowns on him. Because if you shoot a takedown on him, his grappling is at that level where that's basically like a free win for him. He is an outstanding grappler and he will submit you. And maybe we won't see that with people like Quillen Salkeld or Charles Oliveira because Quillen Salkeld has proven that his grappling is at that level, submitting Mateusz Gamrot faster than Charles Oliveira. Paddy Pimblett can win fights with grappling, but he has no way to get to a winning position with his grappling unless you give it to him. Paddy Pimblett needs to learn some fucking wrestling. That's what he needs to do. Okay, he's got okay wrestling, but he doesn't have the wrestling he needs to get that fight to the fucking ground because he's only fighting ranked guys now. They're not going to give him a fight way down the ranks after he just submitted BSD in a minute. They're going to be giving him people up the ranks now, and he needs to learn how to fucking wrestle if he wants to fucking. He needs to learn how to wrestle if he wants to win. And that's the issue with Paddy Pimblett. So if you want to pick a Paddy Pimblett fight and you want to have a 100% pick rate with him, ask yourself this: is Paddy's opponent going to shoot on him? And depending on your answer, that's the outcome of the fight.